Welcome to The Solo Investor. This is Focused Finance, where we share stories about ordinary people and their quest to shape their journeys to financial freedom. In the early 1990s, while much of Wall Street chased dot-com dreams, and day traders glued themselves to their fax-fed stock tickers, Maria Delgado was chasing something quieter: stability, ownership, and the kind of freedom you could feel in your bones. Hers is a story of sweat equity, family grit, and how a single diner in Queens helped one woman rewrite her financial destiny. Maria arrived in Queens from the Dominican Republic in 1987. At her hand was a suitcase, a high school diploma, and an unwavering work ethic. At 23 years old, she was ready for a change. Her boyfriend had just broken up with her a couple of months prior. She was received by her tia Yolanda, and soon she found her part within her tia's small house full with relatives. Her first job? A waitress at a 24-hour diner near the 7 train. She worked double shifts, saved every tip she could, and sent a part back home each month. But Maria wasn't just serving tables, she was studying. Every slow hour became a classroom. She observed the rhythms of the business, how the morning rush differed from the graveyard shift, how the manager handled late deliveries, how food waste could eat into profits. She paid attention to regulars, learning how loyalty was built not with discounts, but with personal touches. A remembered coffee order, a warm hello, a clean booth. She asked questions, watched the cook prep for the day, and slowly pieced together what it would take to run a place of her own. Still, Maria's path was never certain. She didn't have a detailed business plan or a mentor guiding her steps. It was just instincts, focused observations, and determination. There were moments of doubt, whispers from others who thought she was being too ambitious, and the ever-present fear of failure in a city where competition is fierce. But she kept moving forward. One decision, one shift, one saved dollar at a time. In 1992, after 5 years of saving and borrowing a modest sum from a cousin, she bought a struggling diner a few blocks away. It came with leaky pipes, outdated stoves, and a loyal handful of customers who remembered her from her waitressing days. Maria kept the name, Sam's Diner, but changed everything else. She painted the walls herself, tested new menus, and got to know every customer by name. She ran the diner from 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily, cooking, cleaning, and managing the books with a handwritten ledger. She didn't buy a new car, take vacations, or upgrade her apartment. Every dollar went back into the business. Within 5 years, the diner was profitable. By year 7, it was local famous. It was the kind of place cab drivers and night shift nurses swore by. By 2002, she had fully paid off her business loan. What Maria did next was even more impressive. She bought the building. With some help from a local community bank and her consistent financial records, she became her own landlord. That meant no rent hikes and eventually rental income from the upstairs apartment. In 2004, after 12 years of nonstop hustle, Maria sold the diner to a trusted employee. She walked away with no debt, a paid-off property, and a steady stream of income from the property. She wasn't flashy. She didn't go on CNBC, but she had something better: freedom, peace, and a story that proves financial success doesn't always wear a suit. Maria's story shows a lot of things about small efforts and how they can stack up to create something incredible. Let's focus on 4 key lessons. 1. Ownership is a game changer. Maria's decision to buy the building where her diner operated wasn't just smart, it was transformative. For most small business owners, rent is the one thing you can't control. Landlords raise it, leases expire, neighborhoods change. But Maria flipped the script. By becoming her own landlord, she locked in her overhead, gained stability, and turned her rent payment into equity. She wasn't just paying for space, she was investing in her future. And the upstairs? She rented it out. One smart move gave her 2 income streams, one from pancakes and one from passive rent. In a world where rising costs push businesses out, Maria made sure her foundation couldn't be moved. 2. Consistency beats trends. While the world was buzzing about tech IPOs, option trades, and overnight millionaires, Maria stayed the course. She didn't chase every hot opportunity or pivot with every new wave. Her diner wasn't flashy, but it was reliable. And so was she. Week after week, year after year, she showed up. Same corner, same coffee, same care for her customers. In a world full of distractions and get-rich-quick promises, Maria's steady focus became her quiet superpower. It's not exciting, but it's what works. And over time, consistency compounds in a way that trends never do. 3. Live below your means. It's easy to let spending creep up when the money starts coming in. A new car here, a fancy gadget there, maybe a well-earned vacation. But Maria didn't let success shift her mindset. She kept her lifestyle simple, intentional. No flashy purchases. No upgrades for the sake of appearance. Just quiet discipline. Instead of spending more, she reinvested into better kitchen equipment, staff bonuses, and savings for the future. While others showed off success, Maria built hers brick by brick. Her humility wasn't just a reflection of who she was, it was a deliberate financial strategy. One that gave her freedom when it really counted. 4. Invest in people. Maria didn't just serve food, she served her community. Every greeting was personal. Every regular had their order remembered, and every moment inside her diner felt like home. It wasn't marketing, it was connection. She offered kindness in every interaction and built a reputation, not just for good meals, but for genuine care. Over time, those relationships paid off. Her regulars became loyal ambassadors. Her staff became family. And when it was time to step away, she didn't need to list the business. One of her longtime employees was ready to take the reins. In business, relationships are assets. Maria's quiet investment in people brought her emotional fulfillment and ensured the diner's legacy and income continued long after she left. Maria Delgado's story reminds us that sometimes the quietest financial wins are the strongest. Not because they're loud, but because they last. Know someone like Maria? Or want to share your own focused finance journey? Leave a comment or reach out. We'd love to feature more stories like this.